A sport with a rich history in the Olympic Games could be no more. A committee today voted to recommend giving wrestling a takedown from Olympic competition by 2020. It's a move that's clearly not sitting well with fans. And new at 10, the 19th Marc Lovicott traveled to a team sectional meet to get some reaction tonight, Mark.
And Eric, you can imagine that reaction when it's unanimous. No one wants to see this happen. And even at the meet in Little Lodi, they were distributing this international contact information to put pressure on decision makers that this just cannot happen. For some, this sport is like a religion.
It changed my whole life after high school.
And for former wrestling great Jack Reinwand, it's his life.
I was national champ for the Badgers. I was third in the world in 1977.
Reinwand would have wrestled in the 1980 Olympics if it wasn't for a boycott. The news that his sport could soon be no more at the Olympic level isn't sitting well.
You know, it's been my whole life, so it's really hard.
It's one of the oldest sports in the world, and it still hasn't changed much at all.
I think it's a shame that it's been in the Olympics since the beginning of the Olympics. Why? What is the reason for taking it out?
On Monday, the executive board of the International Olympic Committee voted and recommended dropping wrestling from the 2020 Games. A final vote on this will come in September. It has sparked outrage all across the world.
You're affecting people that generations from now, they aren't going to have an opportunity to wrestle in the Olympic Games. Are you kidding me? They've been wrestling in the Olympic Games in 700 BC.
At a local level, fans worry that it might change the sport here, even create less of an interest, with athletes now having no chance of competing in the Olympics.
Our son had aspirations of going there.
I had aspirations to be an Olympic champion before an NCAA champion.
For Reinwand, he knows it's not over yet. He's hoping his sport somehow gets a second chance.
It's just hard for me, you know, it's just devastating.
And as we mentioned, this isn't over yet. The vote today added wrestling to a list of 7 sports that could be cut. Those include things like karate, roller sports, and wakeboarding. Each sport will state their case in a presentation in May. A final vote will come in September. By the way, Eric, we were at that meet in Lodi. Pretty exciting one. We'll have lots of highlights of that and more coming up a little later on in sports.
Yeah, Lodi is one of the best. You got to think with all this outcry, Mark, that this is going to be, they're going to have a fight to get this back.
Don't think we've heard the end of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Mark, thanks.
You bet.